Hi, it's Jan Beta, and today I have something pretty huge to unbox for you. That's the thing, it's a bit large for opening this box on camera, so I'm gonna put the box to the floor and show you everything that I take out of the box, because it makes filming this thing much easier. There's not much room in the little lab here, so we're gonna do it that way. It's okay, I'm going to cut this open to make this a real unboxing while you're still watching. I already cut some of it open to determine that it's the right package, so there we go. And I can already see some goodies. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing is some packaging material. One of these, which is of course an Atari 2600. This is pretty dusty, but it's the nice rainbow one that I don't have one of these yet. I have what I think is the newer version of this. This was, I think, the first small form factor of the Atari 2600 Junior, as it was called, with the rainbow stripe. Next, this thing here, which is basically the same thing but a modern take on it. Basically, it emulates an Atari 2600, I think, and you can conveniently connect it to your monitor with these composite and audio plugs. And I think you can, yes, I think you can plug in standard Atari joysticks, which is pretty nice. And it comes with these, it's all a bit tangled together. It comes with these, which are nothing like the original Atari 2600 joysticks. They actually feel a bit more clicky, so they're probably better made than the originals. They are a bit smaller, and the whole machine is a bit smaller. I can show you the 2600. So it's a lot smaller than the new version, which is a lot smaller than the original version of the 2600. This is actually the thing that made me buy this on eBay. I wanted one of these to play with for quite a while now, and they are hilariously expensive for some reason, probably because they are getting quite rare. This is an Atari 800XL, which is the 8-bit, just like the high point, at least for me, design-wise, and from the innards of the Atari 8-bits. This is pretty yellowed, so we can have to do a little. This is going to be a little restoration. I don't know if any of this stuff works. I bought it as is, so it was listed on eBay. I just love this machine. It looks pretty amazing, I think, and I love what could be done with it. So there's definitely gonna be a series of videos on this, I guess. So, let's see. Yeah, that's a serial number there. Atari Computers. Atari Incorporated, I'm sorry. Wow, this looks pretty nice from the backside, so. And it has the cover here. Yeah, it all seems pretty nice. Hope this works. If it doesn't, we're probably gonna make a repair video. Aha! These are the original controllers for the Atari 2600 Junior, which are pretty nice actually, but they are a bit wobbly. I quite like the form factor. Oh, here's something. That seems to be Final Cartridge 3, which I already have. Commodore 64 cartridge in here, which is kind of odd because the rest of it supposedly is more Atari. Ah, here's the 2600 cartridge, Millipede, which happens to be, if I remember correctly, the favorite video game of Mr. Adam Savage of Mythbusters and recently Tested fame, Tested.com. If you don't know Adam Savage, definitely check him out. I'm a huge fan, and he's just so enthusiastic about everything he does. He builds models and experiments with stuff and collaborates with interesting people. So I really enjoy watching his stuff. He's one of the he's a big celebrity, and I usually don't do this, but I really like what he does. So definitely check him out if you haven't checked him out. Yeah, I believe this is the power supply for the Atari 800 XL. Does it say anywhere? For use with Atari computer. Yeah, okay. Date 487. 1987. Labyrinth cartridge. Or Labyrinth, supposedly, which is... they sold these with German labels also. I believe this is one of the cheapo German labeled ones that you could order from like catalogs and stuff. I guess they were games that were slightly changed and labeled in German. So okay, let's get out one of the other main events. Actually, hope I don't damage this. Okay, here is one of the many highlights of this. This is the original version of the Atari VCS, and it says Video Computer System. It doesn't say 2600 anywhere. And as you might have noticed, it also has 6 knobs here. This one has 5 because one is broken off. But I think we can do restoration on this. Definitely will. I love these old ones. Actually, the one I first played stuff on, the first computer gaming system I really played was my neighbor's Atari VCS. I think it was one of those from the early days that he bought used at a flea market or something like that. This is apparently it came out a year before I was born, so when I was playing this, I probably was 5, 6, 7 years old or something like that. So he probably bought this used somewhere, or his parents or something. These were around until the early 90s, I believe. So here's something interesting. This is pretty special. These are pretty rare. It's a CompuMate, actually. That was this is labeled Universum, which is I think it is the in-house brand of the German Quelle Versand, which is like a catalog home mail order thingo. This plugged into your VCS, your Atari VCS, and it basically connected to the joystick ports, and you had a keyboard, and in here was a bit of extra RAM, and I believe a variant of the basic programming language. So you had this thing made your Atari VCS kind of, sort of a home computer. So you had a keyboard. Supposedly you could connect a tape. I don't really know how that's going to happen. Yeah, here's connections for a tape cassette, ear and mic connections like you have on your ZX Spectrum and stuff like that. So you can connect cassette players to this and actually load and save software. I believe only basic programs to cassette. Definitely going to be an episode on this thing. It's a rare thing, and pretty interesting for that reason alone. Here's another one of the main attractions. That's full of attractions. Okay, so here it is. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a very dirty Atari Mega ST or Mega 1. And it's missing a keyboard, so I have to figure out something there. But yeah, this is basically a version of the Atari ST that came in this nice, sleek desktop form factor. It's pretty beautiful. So it has all the connectors a normal ST has, I believe. Built-in power supply with a little fan, power switch. This resembles the Apple design of the classic Macintoshes very closely. And it has MIDI in and out like the Ataris do. This is my first ST actually, so pretty stoked about this. Okay, let's dig deeper. Still more stuff in there. Oh, look at that. I just found our knob, so we have the spare part at least. Can probably glue it back on some way or the other. Okay, so here it goes. Another version of the Atari VCS. This says VCS Video Computer System in capital letters, and it only has 4 of those, which every generation after the first generation had, I think. This is the cost reduced, and it has the other switches are on the back here, these little switches. Hold on to your hats. There's yet another Atari VCS! And this one is the, I think the street name for this is Darth Vader, or Dark Vader if you will. This is the first one that says Atari 2600. I believe this came out when they had at least plans for the next generation, like the Atari 5200, I believe, maybe. So this came out later in the game, and they gave it a number. Also has 4 of these switches. This seems it's all pretty dusty, so as if it had been sitting in an attic or something for some time. But they all seem to be quite intact, except for the one broken button there. Let's see if there's anything else in there. Nope. That's it. The thing I wanted this for is this, as I mentioned, the Atari 800 XL. So this is what I'm most interested in of the whole lot. But I'm pretty excited about getting into Atari at all. I never had an Atari myself. I have a VCS or 2600 Junior that I did at least one video on. I think I did more than one video. Yeah, I made one video where I did a video mod, composite out mod, and experimented with different methods. And I did a video about making a little multi-cartridge, multi-card for the 2600 that I made out from a 32-in-1 game cartridge, and I made it a 16-in-1 with bigger game ROMs, basically. I love this thing. Keyboard is not that bad, actually. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, as this is most likely going to be Patreon only. Thank you very much for your support, and as you've seen, there's a lot of stuff coming. I have so many projects at the moment, I don't really know where to start. Next up there's gonna be something completely different, I guess, and then something else, and I don't really know in which direction it's going, but I have a lot lined up, and I have a lot of halfway finished videos at the moment, and projects that I am working on, and there's so little time, so I don't really have a schedule, release schedule or anything. I'm just going to release the stuff when it's ready. So thanks for watching, thanks for your support. Hope to see you again on the channel, the regular channel, or for another vlog thing on this channel, which is probably due in a couple of days. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'm Jan Beta. See you next time. Bye.